Just a minute. I actually erased it. Two things, two words are here: self-interested and self-regarding. So this is what I call a shallow analysis by Machiavelli. Okay, and he says that self-interest is essence of human nature. So because people are self-interested, that is the essence. So when you want to stay in power, you power will always always be based upon self-interest, and power also calls manipulation of, and this is what I was discussing, that we elect a government. Okay, we elect a government because we think our self-interest will be fulfilled. So isn't a person staying in power by manipulating our self-interest? Yes or no? Any person who is elected to office, who is in power, is because most of the people think that their self-interest will be fulfilled. Can we move now? All of you have written this. We can say that it's like enforcing agenda on others. I do not deny this. This can be said. As per Machiavelli, see, this thinker is actually kind of very much disenchanted with what's happening in Europe. Try to understand this. That's why he's saying all these things. No issues here. Two things we saw. Man is self-interested. Man or humans' entire actions are based on self-regarding self-interest. Power is nothing but a pursuit for self-interest. How do you stay in power? When you manipulate the self-interest of others, you make them realize that I am the one. I am the one who will enhance your self-interest. Who is saying all this? Machiavelli. How is his concept of power coming from? His analysis of human nature. Any doubt still here? Any doubt still here? Santosh is reminded of George Orwell. It's good that you have read Animal Farm and 84, but Machiavelli is long before George Orwell. Okay. Now, second thing that we need to see here. Can I write something more, or you have a question here? Now see this. There is again his famous work. He wrote this book, Prince. Now, this Prince book is actually a technical manual on the logic of acquiring and maintaining political power. This is the name of his book. And how should the ruler or the prince act? Strictly empirical in political analysis. Do you remember what was the meaning of the term empirical? Anyone who does not remember, please let me know. Otherwise, the entire purpose of writing like this will be defeated. Remember the meaning of this term? No? Yes. So, how should the ruler or the prince act? Strictly empirical. Please believe what you experience. Do not go by what people tell you. Okay? Do not go by the assumptions. Now, the second thing that he asked his prince to do, act logically, even at the cost of morality. Two things he wants from his prince. Quickly write this. Written. Can I move? Next thing he tells his prince that these two things you do, and in order to do these two things, you have to remember something. Don't try to change the human nature, but understand how to use the weakness in human nature. He says that human nature has always been the same. From the time of Plato and Aristotle, the nature of human beings has not changed. So he asks his prince, please don't try to change the human nature. So what should you try? Try to make maximum usage. Okay, because all human beings have weaknesses. People are emotional, people are sentimental, people are ethical, and he advises prince to act logically. So suppose the prince come across a news, the intelligence, the raw and IB of the prince, the CIA and Mossad and the FBI of the prince tells him that your uncle wants to be the next king and is trying to remove you. Okay, so if the prince were to act on moral grounds, prince would go to the uncle and talk. Uncle, what happened? Why are you saying like this? I have played with you. You have raised me as a kid. Okay. He says, no, don't do these things. Act logically. Kill your uncle before he kills you. You got it? Yes or no? Don't try to change human nature. Human nature we have seen few minutes before. Human nature is, what is ironical? He's blunt. Right? Human nature is, yes, brutal he is. Of course, no ethics. Be logical, be rational, be practical, be realist. This is Machiavelli. And human nature is full of self-interest. So even if your father, even if your son, even if your son-in-law, your own brother, they want to become king at your cost, kill them. Do not talk to them. Okay, logic would say that okay, Sumana is saying a protagonist in Bollywood movie. Yes. Saudi Crown Prince. Yes, yes. Oh my God. You know how they killed the one in the embassy? Are you aware of this? They chopped him into pieces. Khashoggi. Have you heard this name? Jamal Khashoggi? Yes, yes, Hemant, yes. They chopped him into pieces and those pieces were packed and sent to the crown prince. So we have followers of Machiavelli. Yes or no? We have his followers still. Any questions still here? What is meant by acting logically and do not view morality anything? Do not give any impetus or attention to morality. These are useless things. You know, in Indian political thought, we'll have a passing reference of someone called Charvak. Anyone who has heard about him? Anyone who has heard about Charvak? Charvak would say, Charvak would say, there's a famous Sanskrit stroke. I'm unable to recall it correctly, but Charvak would say that until you are alive, take loan and drink ghee. Ghee is something which is very considered to be very good and it's also slightly expensive. So he says take loan, debt, कर्ज लेके घी पियो. मरने के बाद क्या हो रहा है? Who has seen it? What will happen after I'm dead? So Charvak is called hedonist. Okay, what is hedonism? Anything that gives pleasure is worth doing. Hedonism. Another ism we have seen. Your dad keeps quoting Charvak. Sumana? Oh, that ghee wala shlok. Even the Prime Minister quoted this in Parliament. And then he looked at that AAP MP who is a addict, who was an addict, I guess, Gurdas Man, laughter challenge. And he said if Gurdas Man was there, he would have said drink something else. Bhagwant Man, not Gurdas Man. So Prime Minister quoted him in Parliament, same Charvak. Now Charvak philosophy or political thought is called hedonism. Hedonism. Whatever gives pleasure is worth doing. So this is what Charvak philosophy is. Charvak does not believe in any God, soul, mortality or ethics or anything. He not curses, he raises questions on everything. Okay. So Machiavelli is close to Charvak. Machiavelli is quite close to Charvak. Ethics is nothing for Charvak. Ethics is nothing for Machiavelli. Any questions till here? Can I move? Now, next thing that we'll write here is what more he says, what more he assumes about humans. As I told you, he is doing a very parochial, a very shallow analysis. And that's how he will advise his prince. You all can see what I'm writing. Dikhana sabko. Man is selfish. Man is ungrateful. Man is deceitful. Deceitful understand? धोखेबाज. इतनी हिंदी पढ़ लेते हो ना आप लोग? Cheater. This is what man is. 3 traits. Right? So what should the prince do? Prince has to rule over the same man who is selfish, ungrateful, deceitful, cheater. So prince needs to be vigilant. Okay. So this is one quality of prince. Why? Because he has to rule over these. Tell me if it's okay. Batao. Anyone having any question, feel free to ask. All of you understood? How can vigilance help in ruling such a man? Okay. See, vigilant means, what does vigilance mean? Keenly observing, keeping an eye. So when you are having selfish and ungrateful, keep an eye on these people. Take actions accordingly. If you are not vigilant, if you are laid back, if you think you are ruling over a wonderful set of people who are very great, then you will not survive for long. Did you understand? Who asked this? Anirudh? Archita, you asked me to repeat the last point. Did you understand? So, prince has to be vigilant. First quality. Equation number 1. Why? Because he is ruling over man who is this, this, and this. Can I rub this? So the first quality that the prince needs to have is to remain vigilant. Why? Because he has to rule over men. And what kind of people, men, what kind of qualities are attributed to man? Selfish, ungrateful, cheater or deceit. How can the prince rule over man when man is having such abject qualities? Is to remain vigilant. Yes, the examples that you are giving are correct as per Machiavelli is concerned. So you see the utility of Machiavelli. Okay. Now, vigilant is the first quality. What is the next quality? I'm writing it. Man is, you know what is fickle-minded? Batao. Who are not capable of staying with their, yes, Chanchal, not capable of staying on their decisions. I'll work, I will study. Okay. No, I shall study. No, I shall work. Then I resign because I want to study. Then I join some other job. So such people are called fickle-minded. No, not disloyal. You are disloyal to your own decisions, maybe. Like I want to prepare for UPSC, but then let me appear for CAT, or let me go for a master degree, or let me go abroad. No, I will prepare for UPSC. No, this is very tough. Let me go abroad. Let me write the GRE. This is fickle-minded. Can you relate to it? Of course, you must have seen people around you. So someone who is fickle-minded will change loyalty or sides frequently. Okay, that is what fickle-minded people do. Today this, tomorrow that, and then they will do something else. So, friends, use them. Okay, use them. How do you use them? Take them in your side. The more people are on your side, the more strength you have. So, friends should know how to use these fickle-minded people. So, people who voted for the current prime minister are unhappy because we have an economic slowdown. Okay, I'm coming to it, Shashank. So, what would Machiavelli advise the prince, the crown prince, that they will change mind? I'm coming to it. First, let us understand this point that when people are who were not on your side, but because people are fickle minded, they will start opposing the one they were once siding with. So, bring them in your fold. Okay. Now, what was the question? Please repeat that question. Yes. Fickle-minded says that he had an unstable mind. According to Machiavelli, man is opportunist, intelligent, and cruel. Isn't it? See, being fickle-minded does not mean that you cannot be cruel. And because you are opportunist, that's why you are fickle-minded. And again, it has nothing to do with the intelligence. Okay. This Archita has asked that fickle-minded people support Prince, and they can change the side later on, which means they will not support the Prince. That is why the first thing is to remain vigilant, because you are surrounded with fickle-minded people. Today they are supporting you, tomorrow they will support someone. Remain vigilant also. Do not just know how to use fickle-minded people, also try to what? Remain vigilant, because these fickle-minded people, if they are tomorrow, today they are with you, tomorrow they can be with someone else. They can conspire against you. If today they are conspiring with you, tomorrow they can conspire against you. Apart from being all those silly kind of people, so vigilance is the prerequisite. Then comes how to use fickle-mindedness of masses. Are you getting it? Are you understanding the father of realism? Is he making sense? Okay. What else? What else he asks his prince? I'm writing again. Get ready with your pen and paper. Man is insecure, fearful of losing things. Aren't we all fearful of losing things that make us happy? Okay. Man is insecure, which means man is fearful of losing things that make him happy. So if man wants to be with those things that make him happy, then what is man? Materialistic? Yes or no? If you like to be along with things that make you happy, then you are materialist. Yes. So, what should be done? Now, Prince. Because man is all these insecure creature who is very fearful of losing things that make him happy, man is basically materialistic. Prince needs to secure people. How? Create conditions for people to fulfill fulfill their materialistic ends. Are you understanding the statecraft of Machiavelli? So three advices he has, three qualities he searches in his prince. Correct? No questions anyone having here? All of you have written it? Can we move? Shall I rub it? Okay, now you see the devil of Machiavelli. Now he will turn more devil. Just see here. If people are disobedient, then force them to obey the prince. How? Through violence. Okay, people are disobedient, force them. Pito, maro, khatam karo. Use violence. Violence, how much to be used? कितनों को मारे? कितना मारे? How much people should be killed? How much people should be beaten? Is there a quantum? Is there a number? People, can Machiavelli quantify it? Okay. Answer: Answers to today's, Prince must not ask such questions. If he is concerned with ethical issue, he can't use violence appropriately. Got it? So if you get concerned with how much violence, what is how much? Use as much as you want to. Do not even ask such questions. Why are you getting concerned? No, I'm not erasing. I'm not erasing. Note it down. Quickly note it down. He's saying use as much. How much? You do not have to even ask such questions. This is a stupid question for people to ask. Prince should not be concerned. Prince should be concerned that people are obeying me. That is it. Nothing else matters. Did all of you note it? Did all of you note it? His he was imprisoned because it was like a threat with such views when Italy was not united. Okay, so every king who is on the side of Machiavelli would always want to be on the same side, and if he changes the side, then king will say, "Let me imprison or kill him." Can we move?
Sir, I have one question here.
Yeah.
What he's basically what he wants to achieve doing all these things? Why the prince should be in this? How will it help Italy?
How it will
help Italy to? It was fragmented, right?
Yes, 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 of course. Because until there is a strong prince, a strong authority, Italy will not be united. If prince start thinking how much violence is to be used, then Italy will remain fragmented. It will never be united. Okay, you need a ruthless ruler for a strong regime. That's what he wants. Can I rub this? Anyone having any question here? Prince is not supposed to engage into all these meaningless questions. Prince is supposed to act. No one is going to ask anything. No one else has the authority to ask, and Prince should not ask because Prince had so much of important things to do. Okay. See, violence will make man insecure. Again, that is very subjective. Maybe people will, out of fear, do not express their insecurities. Okay, they will always obey the command. Sam,
Prince must not ask that question, or
yes.
people should not ask.
Can you please write it? I am unable to hear it properly. How long is not concerned? How long? As long as needed. Okay. Do it as long as needed. This is what he believed. Leave him there. Do not try to correct him. We will criticize him. Come on, let's criticize. You all are very angry with Machiavelli. Change the pen and write. This is not difficult. See, all you have to write in exam, you don't have to quantify what he is saying. We have to mention that only, right? That he is saying he is justifying violence until the extent Prince is having a command on its people. That is what his views are. Okay, nothing else is required by him. Is it all right? Violence as a weapon, Prince shouldn't ask the police wala kind of thing while punishing an offender, or people should not ask Prince. I did not get it. You can ask this again. Maybe things will become clear when we will move further. Change the paragraph and write something. According to Sabine, Sabine. Sabine is a very big critic of Machiavelli. According to Sabine, Sabine, Machiavelli is very narrow-minded. He is right. First thing I told you that he's doing a very shallow analysis. Is very narrow-minded. His analysis of human nature is very pessimistic. This is because of his situation. What is the situation? We have discussed it. That's why I'm asking all of you. Yes, Renaissance times are changing. People are not holding up to things. Italy is fragmented. Yes, transformation going around. Right. So because of his situation, okay, if he belonged to some other time, then his analysis of human nature, would have been different. He only gives those examples. That substantiate his views. Okay. Now see something. This is what Sabine says. There are a lot of chats. Krishna, what is your question? No, Ravi, what is your question? Sir, answer hai kya? You have written. No, Prince should not ask anything. See, violence is not while punishing a person. Okay. Violence is not like you are punishing a person, you are beating him with 10 times with a stick. Violence is like completely on the population. What Nadir Shah did on Chandni Chowk, the Katleam, that was violence. He's not talking about one person. He's talking about entire population. Violence to be adopted as a state policy. for making people obedient. Ravi, did you understand? Please tell me. एक किसी, not about an individual. He's not talking about an individual. He's talking about violence as a state policy. Okay. Now see what else he says. We'll see Chanakya later. Chanakya has not towed the same line at all. Better for a prince to be feared than to be loved. Okay. I didn't say thinkers used to call him. For that, we first need to understand Machiavelli and then Chanakya. We are not even halfway. So how can we compare the two thinkers? You can compare only when you know them. We have not seen even one fully. Forget Chanakya, okay? We'll study Chanakya, then we will compare him with Machiavelli. They have asked so many times in your exam, the comparison. For that, we need to know the content. See, let me try to explain this through some rough flowcharts, okay? And if you wish, I'll dictate it also. But first, let me try to make it comprehensible for all. See, he's not disapproving policy of love, that the king should not love his subjects. But he says that love is not reliable. सुना है ना, प्यार में धोखा है. Okay, love is not reliable. So what he says, people love, but people love out of their own will. People fear because of the will of prince. People can love at their will, but people fear because the authority wants them to fear. So love will happen on own will, but fear will happen at the will of the prince. He will conduct himself in such a way, he will unleash such magnanimous violence that people will be forced to fear the prince. Okay, are you understanding it? No. This is the statement of Niccolo Machiavelli. After Sabine, change the pen and then write this. This statement is from Machiavelli himself, not Sabine. Sabine is a critique. No. Sabine, we just, and I quoted Sabine because we have to see what is the other view on Machiavelli's analysis of human nature. So no better than Sabine has summed it. Now that's over. Machiavelli's view on human nature, whatever he said, was criticized by Sabine. That's it. Now, this is what Machiavelli also says. We have criticized Machiavelli's one part. That's it. Is it okay? Now you see. Can I get this? Now what else is he saying? Force. He wants prince to use force, but not as first off. He's not saying that confront people directly. Then how? Love. You should also show some love, but show it gradually. Okay? And through subordinates. Subordinate, you understand? Noble, aristocrats, all that, mantri, soldiers. Okay, all these are the subordinate. मतलब जो king के नीचे है. So don't show love at once. Do not use force also for the first time. First, try to win people. Show them love, gradual love. Ask your subordinates to be friendly with people. And still, people do not show obedience, then force will come. Okay, force will come. And if needed, then use force in such proportion that it crushes the opponent completely. Just see this statement. Let me write it. Wise prince will not let anyone remain alive so that he can take revenge later. Why? Revenge is a very powerful sentiment. Okay. Did you write this? No. Trump is not like that. How can democratic leaders be like that? Don't compare Trump to Machiavelli. Trump has been elected by a democracy, okay? And whatever impression you have about Donald Trump, I'm not rubbing, don't worry. Please do not judge him by what media tells you. For that matter, don't judge anyone by what media tells you. Please see the complete statements. Media will pick up one statement and show it to you. You please see, if you want to analyze anyone, then please see him in totality. Read his views in details. The views can be read on their respective sites. Listen to the speeches, not 2-minute speeches, entire 40-minute speech. Media will show you 2 minutes. Yes. Aditya thinks that this should be practiced by Indian rulers. When we outsmarted China today, we have occupied Chinese territory. Do you know this? Ever in your life did you imagine this will happen, that we will occupy Chinese territory and they will say, yes, we have occupied Chinese territory. Today's development. Can I send you the Ministry of External Affairs? Wait, don't. Okay, much needs to be done. What I'll do is, I'll send that in the group, what Ministry of External Affairs has written on their website. India is sitting very comfortably at finger 4. They are keeping an eye on the Chinese post. Okay. No, Chinese apps, so abhi thodi der pehle, they have captured 2 posts actually. military intelligence and the IP alerted Indian soldiers that China is trying to occupy this point, which is again, LAC it is, and LAC is actually not demarcated properly. So Indians for the first time acted, you can say, they did not react, but they act. Okay, it was a very, what is the word for it? I'm forgetting. Proactive move. Yes, proactive move. And they went there before the Chinese could come. And when the Chinese came, they kicked them away. So now China, the brigadier level meeting is going on as we are talking right now. It has been on for several hours because they have to translate everything into Mandarin. Okay. And what they say to us is to be majorly translated into English. So that takes a lot of time. So brigadier level officials are sitting on the both sides. They are negotiating. And India is saying that no, no, no. What China used to say till now India is saying. Okay. So India has occupied this. Now I'm not sure about that, what hackers did. I told you something which happened today. I read the Ministry of External Affairs press release and sent it in your group also. Now can I rub this? I'm rubbing it, okay? Now you see, he talks in a way that don't let people even have a room for revenge, because revenge is a very powerful sentiment. Person who is having vengeance, I shall have my vengeance in this birth or later. Okay, so if person is like that, he's even willing to go to the next birth. This is what Gladiator tells us. So a revengeful person will even risk his life. So when he will risk his life, how will he? He will not care at all for the life of the prince, right? Even suicide attacks happen. We lost a prime minister, right? Rajiv Gandhi ji. So Prince, what is the advice for Prince? Be a cold-blooded man. Actions not to be guided by passion, but calculated. What did India do when Uri attack happened or when Balakot happened? Did India suddenly opened all the fronts? Did the DGMO say, let me quote him, we will strike at a time of our choice? They were not passionate. Okay, they took calculated risks, and then the action happened. This is what it tells Prince. Do not be passionate. Be a cold-blooded. Keep your nerves under control. Please write this and this also. Quickly. One more thing I want to tell you today before we end this, but please write quickly. Can I rub? All of you, please give me your consent. Anyone who is still writing? Okay, fine. Now, next thing you see, what he says, Prince must be like fox and lion. Fox, because he should be clever to understand the trap and cunningness of people around. Brave like a lion to defend himself from wolves. Okay, qualities of Prince. What are the qualities that are needed by them? He says that Prince isn't an ordinary person. Okay, so he must be brave, clever, and he also says that intelligent. Only then he will understand everything. Now, our very own Kautilya, Chanakya, same. Okay, now he talks about that interstate relations are like jungle. Interstate means relation between one country and the other. International relations. Paper 2. And what happens in jungle? Strength of lion prevails. Right or wrong? Quickly right. So Machiavelli asks his prince to be brave like a lion so that you can defend yourself from the pack of wolves. And Kautilya talks about interstate relations, which means relation between one country and the other, the international relations, where he says that interstate relations are actually like jungle. There is no fixed law. What happens in jungle? Might is right happens. So that is why lion is the king. Why isn't rabbit the king of jungle? Why only lion? And I was talking about jungle and lion. Don't do this to me. Don't do. That is why I told you that Kautilya is often compared with Machiavelli. In your exam, almost 5 to 6 times they have equated him with Machiavelli. You see the similar views? Strength of lion will prevail. He's asking his king to be like a lion. Okay. So we just come across one point of similarity. There are many more similarity and differences as well that we shall see. Okay. Now can I just remove this everything that you have written? Anyone who wants me to continue with this? Machiavelli is also talking about others. That is how Italy will be united when other countries will not oppose the integration. That we shall see. Okay, any questions that you have regarding what we have discussed today? I think we have understood it. And one more thing I want to know, is this style suited, the one I have adopted today? Or is PPT more suitable? I'm comfortable either ways. I want to know your preference. Or should I use a mix? I think that should be better. Madhyam mark? Yeah. At times, I'll try to write on the PPT itself because I'm habituated of writing a lot on board and everything and making flowchart and everything. So I need this. That's why I did not go for PPTs today. You had no problem in understanding what I was writing. You were able to note down everything. Fair enough. I got the answer. I'll stick with both. I need to write. I don't feel like I have done something good when I don't write in class. I feel inept when I'm not able to explain you with something in my hand. So I'll need this digital pen always. Even if I prepare a PPT, I'll write there. Okay. And then I'll rub it so that everything will be available to you in a very clean form. But then whatever I write, I'll tell that to you where you need to note it down. I've always been doing that. So nothing to worry about. This process has also worked. And so I'll keep using both techniques. Main thing is that you guys understand everything. And okay, Sarath, got your point. Okay. I'm sending that Ministry of External Affairs release that I was talking about. And what else has happened? What China is saying. Okay. And do not go by any narrative. Try to understand this point. While understanding India and China, when we are at a confrontation, when we are having a state of confrontation, it's a limited confrontation. War is not going to happen. Okay. Day before yesterday, US said that if there is a clash between Philippines and China, I'll help Philippines. USA has already moved its battleship Nimitz and the other one, Ronald Reagan in South China Sea. I made a 12-minute video. Have you seen that? It's on my YouTube channel, the first video. It's been a month. If you have not, please go and see it. You search my name on YouTube and that would come, okay, on my channel, the first video. So where do we see that? Where do we do that? Okay, how do we do that? The thing is, where do we get the right news from? There are just two sources, Chinese government and Indian government. Now, Chinese government does not talk to its own people, authoritarian communist regime. So of course, don't believe that they will give us authentic information. So in that case, the only reliable source is the government of India. And it's not like the government, the prime minister or defense minister are out there fighting. It is the Indian army that is telling us what is happening, right? It is the Indian army which is on ground. So I have full reasons to believe what they tell us. I can have distrust with the government of the day, but it would be very idiotic if I start doubting my army, who is there on the ground. So please go by what the Indian army tells us, the military tells us, and Ministry of External Affairs, because these people are no Santosh, this was said by Machiavelli, not by Sabine. I told this. So let us go by the official versions, and in our exam this is what we have to do. Do not go by narratives, the discourses. We have to study this. There's a full chapter discourse in our optional. I'm asking you, do not go by what people say, go by authentic sources. Always I have maintained this, genuine things. So I'm sending you that in the group. Okay. Good night. Take good care. We'll meet tomorrow.